Hey guys, what's good? It's your boy Oreo, and I'm back with another reaction video. Today we got some casual geographic, and we are going to be reacting to ruining Finding Nemo with science because I can. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel about that. Like, Finding Nemo was a very good movie. I just recently watched Finding Nemo again for the first time in years. What was it, like a couple weeks ago? I think my roommates was just playing it downstairs, and I just sat, I just tuned in, just watched the movie again. I don't remember much about Finding Nemo 2. I don't remember much about that movie. Honestly, I don't think I've seen Finding Nemo 2. Now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah, now I'm thinking about I don't think I've ever watched Finding Nemo 2. I watched that short film Finding Dory, but I don't think I've ever watched Finding Nemo 2. Or is there even a Finding Nemo 2? I could have swore there was such a. Now I'm about to look this up. Cause hold the fuck up. Oh shit. Okay, that's why. Okay, yeah, that's why I don't remember it. Because Finding Nemo 2 is the movie Finding Dory. That's why I didn't remember it, because I saw Finding Dory, so I did see Finding Nemo 2. It's Finding Dory. Got it. Understand. All right. I'm a little bit of an idiot. Anyway, let's just get into the video.
Remember that time Disney made a kids movie where a man's wife and children get violently ripped off the census and his only remaining son is left physically disabled, only for that same son to get kidnapped by a trafficker, and now the father has to travel hundreds of miles across predator populated hoods with only the help of a severely mentally handicapped woman. Yeah, Finding Nemo is crazy. I'm gonna destroy your favorite movie with science, and here's a challenge: take a shot.
Why would you do that, sir? Why would you do that? Why? Who hurt you? Sir, who hurt you? I genuinely want to know who hurt you. Like, what made you suddenly wake up in the morning and go, ah, I want to ruin people's childhoods with Finding Nemo. Bro, who hurt you?
Hit because 420. Every time a main character should have become a chalk outline. Your grandkids will be an AA at the end. So it starts with a barracuda clapping virtually Nemo's entire bloodline, and here's where we get our first problem. Barracuda don't eat clownfish or their eggs, but you know who do? Clownfish themselves. Clownfish have been known to spawn kill and eat their own eggs, so Nemo's mother would have been infinitely more of a threat to him than any barracuda could have been. Now to be fair, if you ask the clownfish how they like their eggs, they'd probably say unfertilized, because those and damaged ones are the ones they'd usually eat, i.e. the ones that wouldn't make it anyway. But that goes against my narrative, so I'm gonna disregard it. The other elephant to address is how clownfish breed. Clownfish are sequential hermaphrodites, where every clownfish is born a male, and the biggest, most him male will transition into a female when the opportunity arises. Such an opportunity would be if a hypothetical barracuda took the alpha female on a dinner date with Batman's parents. That void would get filled by the biggest male clownfish in the area, and his spot would get filled by the second biggest male, and the two would proceed to mate with each other. And since the only clownfish we see in the entire movie are father and son, I'll let you fill in those dots.
Real quick, do anybody remember? If you guys have no idea what I'm talking about, obviously you guys are too young. But you guys remember when we had this game on Facebook that you played? So it was like a game that you played on Facebook, and it was like something like you had a fish tank and you had these fish and you had to like take care of them, basically, in a sense. You had to take care of your fish, you had to feed them, you gotta clean the case and all that. And if you don't, they die, shit like that. Do anybody remember what I'm talking about? I can't remember the name of it. It's not Findom or like Fishdom or something like that. It's something else, and I just can't remember the name of it. Now I gotta look this up because I don't remember. Let me see. Name of fish game on Facebook. Let me see what pops up. Ooh. Let me see what pops up. Was it Fish World? No, or Fish World or Wait, it was Happy Aquarium. I remember. It was Happy Aquarium. Yes, it was this. It was definitely Happy Aquarium. You had an aquarium with your fish. You had to feed them. You had to make sure they were cool. You could breed them and all that shit. Oh man, I haven't. Damn, I think I was like completely addicted to that for a while. Oh, that was actually a really fun game. Anybody remember that, or is it just me? All right, let's get on. Let's
Clownfish
keep
aren't the
going.
only fish that switch teams. The Asian sheep's head wrasse does the same, but in reverse. They go from female to male. Although with a face for radio, you will not see them on a movie poster. If
Bro is looking. Bro, look at that face. Bro, yo, I, that fish is so damn ugly. Bro, you are so ugly. Why do you look like that? Bro was looking like, yo, I can't believe this. I can't believe you're down there with me doing this shit. What is happening? Old fucking Thomas the Tank Engine looking fish. Yo, old JJ the jet plane looking fish. Oh my god.
go from female to
Damn.
male. Although with a face for radio, you will not see them on a
Bro looks flabbergasted that he's even using a tool in underwater right now. He's like, what are you building? What is this? What is this supposed to be? Oh my god.
movie poster. If Nemo and Marlin having the worst form of family therapy wasn't bad enough, there's a good chance Nemo wasn't ever even alive. What if I told you Nemo means no one in Latin? Which means the movie title makes the theory that Marlin married Itachi suddenly gained legs. He also could have been named after Captain Nemo from 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. But that goes against my narrative, so I'm gonna disregard it. It's easy for facts to get lost in favor of a better story, and if you don't know where to look, you'd have no way of knowing. Like you may have heard that the administration started putting tariffs on penguins. Now, personally, I think it's been time those business chickens ponied up. They've had it too good for too long. But I gotta pretend to be partial. So that's why I'm working with Ground News. Ground News is an app and website developed by a former NASA engineer who did not like the way she'd seen information be used as a weapon.
And you know what? I'm sure it's a very good app. I'm sure it's a very decent app, a good app even. However, I'm not going to sit through the app, but I will let you make your money though. I will let you make your money. So I'm going to hit the skip jump ahead button, which should skip past the ad. And we should be we should be all right. But go ahead, bro, make your money. I ain't going to stop you from your grind.
I'm controlling the narrative now. Nemo's mom passed tense her progeny, and his father's going Marlin to Marlene as soon as he gets off screen. Alright, so Nemo is going to school, and when we get there, we meet these guys. And I remember, as a kid, I was not sure what Pearl was. Well, she's a young flapjack octopus. They're remarkably adorable in real life. Problem is, if this were real life, she'd be a lot less cute. The flapjack can be found in depths as far down as 1,500 meters, or 100 meters short of a mile, or about 3.5 Empire State Buildings. And since his pink propeller head can withstand crushing pressure, if she existed where Nemo could see her, she would be turned into disfigured mush. Think about how getting pulled out of their habitat turns a normal looking blobfish into a deflated, misshapen whale fetus. There's a whole course that got memed, and Pearl being where the sun shines would reduce her to flamingo vomit. Also, at one point, Pearl says this about her arm.
It's actually shorter than all my other tentacles.
Well, octopus usually have one shorter arm called the hectocotylus, and its job is to deliver baby batter directly to the female, and in some species, it detaches for the female to swim off with like a Costco coitus card. In fact, the bedroom arm might have a mind of its own, since it can swim to the female, and it's believed it can even sense danger. So
Wait. What did you just say?
Might have a mind of its own, since it can swim to the female and it's Costco coitus card. In fact, the bedroom arm might have a mind of its own, since it can swim to the female and it's believed it can even sense danger.
So my man's can DoorDash itself. It just on his own. Girl is getting dick on demand. That's crazy.
So two things. Pearl's not a girl, and that is an indecency charge. And that's not the last time we go down that road either. Now we're gonna ignore the fact that flapjacks don't actually have a hectocotylus, because that goes against my name. So after Nemo sees his first pink slip, we then meet Mr. Ray. Not to be confused with the op of the Irwins, because Steve wouldn't even want that. But also because Mr. Ray is a manta ray, non-venomous and completely harmless. Now I don't know if they did this on purpose, but they chose arguably the smartest fish in the ocean to be their teacher. Manta rays are considered the most intelligent, with the largest brain to body ratio of any fish. The overachieving aquatic placement mat is apparently capable of problem solving and advanced communication. They're also self-aware, with more than one occasion of a manta ray checking itself out in a mirror, and they were even caught waving and blowing bubbles at their own reflection. And just for reference, that's not how they'd react to another manta. Some mantas have even been on record asking divers for help removing hooks, so yeah, makes sense this one would have a teaching degree. Anyway, Mr. Ray gives the kids a marine magic carpet ride through the reef. Stop, right there. As a kid, it used to drive me crazy that I didn't know what that was. Years later, I have the answer. Spanish dancer. This specific pancake is a nudibranch, aka a type of giant sea slug, and a species known as a Spanish dancer, named after the flowing frills of a flamenco performer. It looks a lot like what SpongeBob.
I'm about to say, yo, it's funny that he said that, because I was a. That's funny that he said that. No, but what I was gonna say was it kind of looks like a Spanish float, like you know those dresses that you see like Spanish dancers have. It kind of looks like a float, like you know the frills on the dress. It kind of looks like it's flowing and shit like that. That's what I was gonna say, but that's actually pretty hilarious.
A Spanish dancer, named after the flowing frills of a flamenco performer. It looks a lot like what SpongeBob got caught watching in 4K, and ironically, sponge is what they eat, and they'll actually steal their toxins for their own use.
That makes a lot of fucking sense. That makes a lot of fucking sense, yo. So basically, the writers of SpongeBob knew exactly what they were doing with that scene. That makes a lot of sense.
It's essentially cultural appropriation with poison. They also play for both sides, but unlike clownfish, they're born with both equipment. Now for how they use it, well, sometimes two slugs will donate nativity nectar to each other and head on their way. Some sea slugs have two penile appendages, one for delivering baby batter, and the other to stab their partner through the head to release a substance believed to brainwash the receiver into accepting their love juice while internally rejecting that of a rival. How do Spanish?
Bro, what the fuck? Yo, the sea is wild. Have my babies, bitch. That's what? Wow. Wow, the sea is wild.
Spanish dancers do it? I don't know. I honestly stopped looking because I can only read the words traumatic insemination so many times. Also in the movie, that specific dancer has a name. Canonically, it's Maria. Or I guess Mario. I guess both. So anyway, you know how the story goes. Eventually they get to the drop-off, the kids start doing the type of shit that got Harambe packed, and Nemo decides he really
God damn it. Leave Harambe out of this. He had nothing to do with it. Leave Harambe out. Why? Why the unnecessary stray? Why the unnecessary stray? Damn. My boy can't rest in peace no more. Jesus Christ. Oh, fuck, man.
goes. Eventually they get to the drop-off, the kids start doing the type of shit that got Harambe packed, and Nemo decides he really wants to live up to his name and gets himself kidnapped. His father tries to save him, but gets flashbanged by a camera. And yeah.
I've been meaning to ask about that. Oh, by the way, I'm ordering off of DoorDash because I'm hungry again. And that Hot Pocket from earlier was it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. But nothing is open right now except for Sheets, so I'm gonna get Sheets. Well, actually, no, I'm lying. I could always just get IHOP or Denny's, but I don't really feel like getting IHOP or Denny's. You know? So Sheets it is. I'm just gonna get some wraps. I'm just gonna get some chicken wraps. Why not? Can't go wrong with chicken wraps and like a soda. Especially if I'm gonna be up recording all night. So yeah. But yeah, I've been wondering about that flash camera though. I've been wondering about that.
That's accurate. A camera flash might not kill a fish, but it's severely disorienting and like a forced factory reset. That's why they say no flash photos in an aquarium. One time a tuna mistook a flash for a fish and proceeded to one-shot itself into the glass in front of several children.
What? Hold the fuck up. Wait, what?
One time a tuna mistook a flash for a fish and proceeded to one-shot itself into the glass in front of several children. So I take it back.
Damn! I kind of want to watch that one more time, but damn! Did y'all see? Look, Did y'all see right here, like right here, right here? I need y'all to look right here because that is insane. I kind of want to see that happen in real life, but just look right here.
Took a flash for a fish and proceeded to one-shot itself into the glass in front of several children. So I take it
That is insane. That is crazy. I don't know what I would ever do if I ever actually saw that in person. I really don't know what I would have done.
back. I guess it could have murked Marlin if it made him split his skull in a piece of coral. A little while after that, we get to Dory. She's a regal blue tang and a species of surgeonfish that gained a lot of clout from the movie. She's also venomous with a caudal spine that extends whenever the fish is stressed, meaning Dory has a built-in prison shiv. Not only can it cause severe pain and deep cuts, you're also liable to catch a nasty bacterial infection. That's why they're called surgeonfish, because they will cut you. Dory would also conceal carry a toxin called ciguatera, and poisoning can lead to migraines, trouble breathing, and hallucinations. So yeah, the beloved Disney character can be a real headache to deal with in real life, although to be fair, I've heard the same said about her voice actor. Not long after that, we meet Bruce, and considering he expeditiously kidnaps and essentially escorts them to an underwater white van, he might just be a predator in every sense. But when we see all three sharks, they swear by vegetarianism. We also see this guy. Remember him, he's gonna be important. Now there actually are vegetarian sharks. More than half of the bonnethead shark's diet is seagrass. And turns out whale sharks eat a massive amount of green. But considering we're talking about a great white, a hammerhead, and a mako, the only thing saving a clownfish and a blue tang is they're technically too small to even be worth the effort. Also, when Jaws cries about never knowing his father, it's because many sharks exhibit multiple paternity, where one litter can have several fathers. Shark Mommy's womb is like a baby batter bouillabaisse, where paternity is like a lottery system. That was really gross. I'm gonna tone it down. But yeah, Bruce has no way of knowing who his father is. But it could be worse. Baby sand tiger sharks will cannibalize their siblings while in utero, and we know that because one time a scientist tried to slide his hand inside a pregnant shark's nookie and almost got his finger bit off. Okay, so later on, Marlin and Dory decide to dive into God's blind spot. Now, ignoring the fact that the pressure should have popped their eyes out.
What the fuck is God's blind spot? Wait, what did he call this? You know what? That makes a lot of sense. Why he said that. That makes a lot of sense. Okay. Yeah. Again, sorry. I'm ordering DoorDash. I'm so hungry. And I'm going to be sitting here recording for like the next... What time is it right now? 12:46. I'm going to be recording for like the next hour or two. So I need to like get my energy up. I'm not gonna record all the I'm not gonna record all the videos today. I'm gonna split it up between today and tomorrow, but I want to get like the good one, like I want to get the good ones done, and then we'll move on to like the next ones, because tomorrow I will look into the comment sections to see what people have requested, and then we'll go from there. Okay.
Marlin and Dory decide to dive into God's blind spot. Now, ignoring the fact that the pressure should have popped their eyes out and pushed their organs out of their mouths, they nearly get sent to a Tupac concert by...
Yo.
Anglerfish. Now, fun fact, if you watch the credits, that anglerfish lives a vorophilic wet dream when it gets swallowed by the little anxiety guppy from earlier. Funny thing is, it'd be the other way around. Anglerfish can distend their jaws and stomach and swallow prey physically bigger than they are. They extend so far that it inspired one man to pleasure himself with a dead anglerfish's stomach, which promptly sent him to the hospital. Should have sent him to solitary confinement. That is a hell of a hear me out, the kind that should forfeit your right to human contact.
That is one hell of a hear, bro. I don't even want to hear you out at that point. I don't want to hear shit. You got it. Nah, I do not want to hear you out. I don't need to. That is insane. No.
It's not long after that we meet a lot of 90s kids' first introduction to rage bait. If these moonfish were humans in 2025, they'd be kick streamers. In real life, fish will use this shoaling strategy to intimidate predators using the hive mind method. On a large scale, it's pretty cool. It makes sharks swimming through them look like an etch-a-sketch. But when predators like tuna gang up on them, it turns the bait ball into a slaughter. Also, just as a callback, the reflection of the sunlight off the prey's scales is exactly why a camera flash can make a tuna crash. Out that is. Now let's talk about Nemo, because Buddy would have really become a no one before he ever saw his dad. Let me tell you about osmosis. No. So diffusion just means molecules will move from one area of high concentration to low concentration, and osmosis is that, but for water. Stay with me now. As a saltwater fish, Nemo would normally have a higher concentration of water inside him than outside, so high to low, water would leave him like his mother left the mortal plane. To avoid meeting her, Nemo would have to take...
Bro, what is with you and these strays? God damn. Yo, yo, you just say the most outlandish shit, do you? God, bro. I swear to God, half the time when you watch this man's videos, you don't even really gotta watch the video for real, for real. You just gotta listen to him speak. And that in itself is just comedy and entertainment itself. Like, you can learn a lot for sure. You can still learn a lot. Because it's not like he's just saying shit out his ass. He's actually giving you actual facts about sea creatures and animals and shit. He's actually giving you actual facts. So that's one thing you can still learn by listening. But just you don't even need to like watch the visuals or the memes and all that. You just gotta just listen to him talk. And honestly, I might try that. I might just have his videos playing in the background while I sleep and see if I retain anything when I wake up. That, but bro, these strays gotta stop. No, please don't. No, please don't stop the strays. But damn, these strays gotta stop.
Take in water while his kidneys work to pump the salt out. But put him in fresh water and the opposite happens. Now the concentration of water would be higher outside Nemo than inside. So high to low, Nemo would get internally waterboarded. So Nemo being flushed in a freshwater sewage plant means he would not make the sequel, as his cells would swell and rupture and he'd get packed up by water poisoning. Also, fun fact, one line in this movie led to the deaths of thousands. You want to guess what it was?
All drains lead to the ocean, kid.
Just like that.
I'm pretty. Not all drains lead to the ocean, right? I know that one for. I know that one for sure. Not all drains lead to the ocean. By the way, I just got done to order my DoorDash. I got two grilled chicken wraps. They used to have the fried ones. They don't have them anymore. So I got two grilled chicken wraps, a thing of mozzarella sticks, and a Mountain Dew. Cause, yeah.
Disney sent countless amounts of pet fish to the gulag at the hands of dumbass little kids, and if I had fish at the time, I would have been one of them. It also inspired children to set their goldfish free in the wild. Giant Goliath goldfish is why you do not do that. It's a bug-eyed invasive that's basically a nuke to the natural habitat. Now, I'm not blaming the movie for this, but their hands aren't clean. The irony is, a movie about letting fish be turned a lot of wild fish into pets and a lot of pet fish into the wild. Anyway, back to the father. Eventually, they both get taken by a whale. And oh boy, there is a lot to unpack here. Stay with me now, that was a blue whale. Not only are they the biggest things alive ever, it takes so much energy for them to open their mouths, they only do it when they're guaranteed enough krill calories. Not only that, blue whales take in so much water in the process, we're talking 10,000 gallons or like 200 bathtubs. The effort it takes to carry all that means the blue whale can barely move. So yeah, Bluey would have been physically incapable of carrying them to Sydney. But even if they could, Nemo still would have come out of it an orphan. When blue whales hold all that water, they squeeze that water out with their tongue, and anything not water gets trapped in their baleen. It's how they filter feed, which means our fish friends would have been crushed to death by an 8,000-pound tongue. That's the weight of an elephant. Also, it would have been physically impossible for the whale to shoot them off at Sydney, since the blue whale's mouth does not connect to its blowhole. Also, whales don't shoot water out of their blowholes. It's really just warm whale lung air meeting cool outside sea air with some mucus, and it smells like a tire factory married the final boss of tonsil stones. So if smell kills, they would have got a guess past the fish hell. But
wait, so is dolphins the same way? Is dolphins the same way? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Also, why does that look like a mouth? Like, you see how that looks like a, you see how this looks like a mouth? Like, you can like look, this could be the teeth and everything, and this is like the gums, and then the lips are right here. That is creepy to see up close. But yeah, so is dolphins the same way? Like they're not like shooting up water that they, consumed or swallowed. That's literally what you just said. Because if so, I'm never going to an aquatic exhibit at a zoo ever again.
But ignoring all that, eventually they trade one live Uber for another when a friendly pelican saves them from a flock of hungry seagulls. Seagulls are a feathery antichrist and the spawn of Satan, and they should be afraid of pelicans, since pelicans are documented literally swallowing birds alive. In fact, one of the most traumatizing documentaries I watched was where
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie.
Literally swallowing birds alive. In fact,
I'm not gonna lie. Y'all already know exactly where my head's going with this one. You already know exactly where my head's going with this one. I'm not even gonna say it. I'm just, I'll let y'all use your imagination here.
One of the most traumatizing documentaries I watched was where Cape gannets were nesting on Malgus Island by the thousands, but because of overfishing, great white pelicans started pulling up to the nursery. What followed was a bunch of today pterosaurs strolling across the island like a grocery aisle and swallowing any unsupervised chicks alive. Like, you could hear the chicks as they were sliding down their throats, only for the pelicans to fly home just to regurgitate the recently devoured baby birds for their own pelican chicks to eat. So yeah,
Ew.
Nigel might be the real villain here. Now that didn't really have to do with the plot, but I just sat here and overanalyzed a kid's movie from
You just wanted to just fuck our heads up for the hell of it because you're bored. We get it. We get it.
the real villain here. Now that didn't really have to do with the plot, but I just sat here and overanalyzed a kid's movie from 2003 because I have nothing better to do.
Exactly. Because you were bored, you had nothing better to do. You wanted to fuck up our lives because your lives was fucked up. So you're taking us with you. I get it. No, I get it. And I'm not even mad at it either. I'm not even mad. But just know, I'm never going to watch Finding Nemo the same ever again because of you. Just know that.
This video gets 150,000 likes, I'll do it to another one. You can probably guess which one.
No. All right. No. All right. No. Hold on. Sir. Listen. Linda, listen. Leave the Lion King out of this. Leave Lion King out of this. Listen, you can do literally any other Disney movie. You can do literally any other Disney Pixar movie on the planet. I need you to leave the Lion King out of this. Please, for the love of God, that is such a classic movie. Please don't fuck up the Lion King for me. Please don't fuck up the Lion King for me. Oh, Jesus Christ. Now I'm scared. Now I'm scared. You said 500,000 likes?
And if this video gets 150,000 likes,
150,000 likes. I'm sorry. How many likes does this video have now? Oh, thank God. Thank God. I think just for that, I'm just going to dislike because I don't know. Please. Good Lord. I don't really like the video. I'm only disliking because I don't want it to hit 150,000. I need you to leave The Lion King alone. Like, literally anything else. Just leave The Lion King alone.
I'll do it to another one. You can probably guess which one. Friendly reminder that I do have a Patreon if you'd like to support me beyond subscribing, but as always, in this economy, don't spend a check on a creator that, let's be honest, really doesn't need it. Only if you want to like buy me lunch or something. Also, I have a book. You should read it. Link also in description. But that's gonna...
I'm never gonna read a book.
Do it. Drink water, hug your mother, don't dump goldfish, that's for real a problem. My condolences to your childhood. I will be doing it again, but until then, I'ma see y'all in the next one.
I hate you, bro. You hate shit. I hate you so much. Oh, I hate you so much, bro. Oh, I'm never gonna watch Finding Nemo the same ever again. And you know what? Neither are my roommates because I'm gonna send them this video and I'm gonna make sure they watch it. All 14 minutes of this. All right. So yeah, that is the video. If you guys struggled with me, give this video a thumbs up. If you struggled with me, I'm not even gonna say if you guys like the video because I'm pretty sure I just assisted with ruining a bunch of childhoods for a good bunch of y'all, and I sincerely apologize for that. But if you're just as hurt as I am, then give this video a thumbs up. But seriously, if you go check out the original video, please like the video, give it a thumbs up. But try not to do too much though. Please don't let it hit 150 because because if he does the Lion King, I'm gonna have to react to it, and we're all going to be sitting here crying, disappointed, wanting our mommies. So if you don't want that to happen, like go over there, go like the video, but don't do too much. Like let it hit 149,999 and then stop there. And then the rest of them, you can either just like dislike or just don't react at all. Just, And until my next video, I'll catch you guys on the flip side. I got more videos to make. I'll catch you guys later. Laters.